My dear fellow travelers, dear seekers of truth, on the path of ultimate, you are working hard towards the goal. I am here to help you in that process. I am also helping you by making you available most useful literature which can help you in your journey. Yesterday, I have started a great book, Listen Little Man. 3-4 pages I had completed, but now I am proceeding where I left yesterday. So stay tuned, join, join us this journey, and I also welcome you all, fellow travelers, to India. Come, follow me. This talk does not imply that one should make it the pattern of one's existence. It describes storms in the emotional life of a productive, happy individual. It does not want to convince or win anybody. It pictures experience as a painting pictures a thunderstorm. The reader is not asked to like it. He may read it or not. He may read it or not. It does not contain any intention or programs. It all it wants to do is to win for the researcher and thinker the right to personal reaction, which one has never denied to the poet or philosopher. It is a purist against the secret and unrecognized intention of the emotional plague to shoot its poison arrows at the hard-working researcher from a safe ambush. It shows that the emotional plague is how it functions and retards progress. It also attests to the confidence in the tremendous unmined treasures which lie in the depth of human nature, ready to be put in the service of fulfilling human hopes. The living in its social and human interrelationship is naively kindly and thus under prevailing conditions endangered. It assumes that the fellow human also follows the law of the living and is kindly, helpful and giving. helpful, and giving. As long as there is the emotional plague, this natural basic attitude, that of the healthy child or the primitive, becomes the greatest danger in the struggle for a rational order of life. For the plague individual also ascribes to his fellow beings the characteristics of his own thinking and acting. The kindly individual believes that all people are kindly and act accordingly. The plague individual believes that all people lie, swindle, steal, and crave power. Clearly, then the living is at, at a disadvantage and in danger. Where it gives to the plague individual, it is sucked dry and then decided or betrayed, and where it trusts, it is cheat, cheated. That is the way it has always been. It is time for the living to become hard where hardness is needed in the struggle for its safeguarding and development. In doing so, it will not lose its kindness if it sticks to the truth courageously. There is hope in the fact that among millions of industrious, decent individuals, there are always only just a few pestilence, pestilential individuals who cause murderous mischief by appealing to the dark and dangerous impulses in the structure of the armored mass individual and lead them to organized political murder. There is only one antidote to the germs of the emotional plague in the mass individual, his own feeling of living life. The living does not ask for power but for its proper role in human life. It is based on the three pillars of love, work, and knowledge. He who has to protect the living against the emotional plague has to learn to use the right to free speech as we enjoy it in America, at least as well for the good as the emotional plague misses it for the bad. Granted equal right in the expression of opinion, the rational finally must win out. This is an important hope. Now the actual book. This was an introduction. So, listen, little man. They call you little man, common man. They saw a new era has begun, the era of the common man. It hasn't you who says so, little man. It is they, the vice presidents of great nations, promoted labor leaders, repentant sons of bourgeois families, statesmen, and philosophers. They give you your future, but don't ask about your past. You are there to add to a dreadful past. Your heritage is a burning diamond in your hand. This is what I tell you. Every physician, shoemaker, mechanic, or educator must know his shortcomings if he is to do his work and make his living. For some decades, you have begun to play a governing role on this earth. It is on your thinking and your actions that The future of humanity depends. But your teachers and masters do not tell you how you really think and are. Nobody dares to voice the one criticism of you which could make you capable of governing your own fate. You are free only in one sense, free from education in governing your life yourself, free from self-criticism. I have never heard you complain. You promote me to be the future master of myself and my world, but you don't tell me how one is to be the master over oneself, and you don't tell me the mistakes in my thinking and my actions. You let men in power assume power for the little man, but you yourself remain silent. You, you give men in power or important people with evil intentions the power to represent you. Only too late do you realize that again and again you are being defrauded. I understand you. For many thousands of times I have seen you naked, physically and psychologically, without a mask, without a party card, without your popularity, naked like a newborn, naked like a field marshal in his underpants. You have complained and cried before me, have talked about your longings and have disclosed your love and your grief. I know you and I understand you. I am going to tell you how you are, little man. For for I honestly believe in your great future. There is no doubt it belongs to you. So first of all, have a look at yourself. See yourself as you really are. Listen to what none of your forers and representatives dares tell you. You are little, you are a little common man. Understand the double meaning of these words, little and common. Don't run. Have the courage to look at yourself. What right do you have to tell me things? I can see this question in your a- apprehensive look. I hear this question from your impertinent mouth, little man. You are afraid to look at yourself. You are afraid of criticism, little man, just as you are afraid of the power they promise you. You would not know how to use this power. You dare not think that you ever might experience yourself differently, free instead of cowed, open instead of tactical, loving openly instead of like a thief in the night. You despite yourself, little man. You say, who am I to have an opinion of my own, to determine my own life, and to declare the world to be mine? You are right. Who are you to make a claim of your life? I shall tell you who are you, who you are. You are different from the really great man in only one thing. The great man at one time also was a very little man, but he developed one important ability. He learned to see where he was small in his thinking and actions. Under the pressure of some task which was dear to him, he learned better and better to sense the threat that came from his smallness and pettiness. The great man then knows when and in what he is a little man. The little man does not know that he is little, and he is afraid of knowing it. He covers up his smallness and narrowness with illusions of strength and greatness, of others' strength and greatness. He is proud of his great generals, but not proud of himself. He admires the thought which he did not have and not the thought he did have. He believes in things all the more thoroughly the less he comprehends them, and does not believe in the correctness of those ideas which he comprehends most easily. I shall begin with the little man in myself. For 25 years, in the written and spoken word, I have advocated your right to happiness in this world. I have accused you of your inability to take what belongs to you, to secure what you had gained in the bloody battles of the Paris and Vienna barricades, in the American emancipation, or in the Russian Revolution. Your Paris ended in Pétain and Level, your Vienna in Hitler, your Russia in Stalin, and your America could end in the engine of KKK. You knew better how to win your freedom than how to safeguard it for yourself and others. I have known this for a long time. What I could not understand was why every time you had fought your way laboriously out of none morass you got into a worse one. Then slowly gropingly, I found what makes you a slave. You are your own slave driver. Nobody else, nobody except you yourself carries the responsibility of your slavery. Nobody else. This is new to you, isn't it? Your liberators tell you that your suppressors are William, Nicholas, Pope, Gregory the 28th, Morgan, Crook, or Ford, and your liberation are called Mussolini, Napoleon, Hitler, Stalin. Man in me says, it is stupid, Stalin. I tell you, only you yourself can be your liberator. This sentence makes me hesitate. I contend to be a fighter for pureness and truth. And now, when it is a matter of telling you the truth about yourself, I hesitate because I am afraid of you and your attitude towards the truth. To say the truth about you is dangerous to life. The truth also is life saving, but it it become the loot of every gang. If that were not so, you would not be what you are and where you are. My intellect tells me, tell the truth at any cost. The little man in me says, it is stupid to expose oneself to the little man, to put oneself at his mercy. The little man does not want to hear the truth about himself. He does not want the great responsibility which is his. He wants to remain a little man or wants to become a little great man. He wants to become a rich or party leader or commander of the Legion or secretary of the Society for the Abolition of Vice. But he does not want to assume the responsibility for his work, for food provision, housing, traffic, education, research, administration, or whatever it may be. Only you yourself can be your liberator. देखिए इन्होंने चित्र दिखाया है. You can see this picture. The little man in me says, "You have become a great man, known in Germany, Austria, Scandinavia, England, America, Palestine, etc. The communists fight you, the saviors of cultural values hate you, your students love you, your former patients admire you, those affected with the emotional plague are after you. You have written 12 books and 150 articles about the misery of life, the misery of the little man. Your findings and theories are being taught at universities. Other great and lonely men say that you are a very great man. You are likened to the intellectual giants in the history of science. You have made the greatest discovery in centuries. For you have discovered the cosmic life energy or the laws of living functioning. You have made cancer comprehensible. You went from country to country because you told the truth. Now take it easy. Enjoy the fruit of your efforts. Enjoy your fame. In a few years, your name will be heard everywhere. You have done enough. Now quit and withdraw to your study to work on the functional law of nature. Thus speak the little man in me, who is afraid of you, the little man. For a long time I was in close contact with you because I knew your life from my own experience and because I wanted to help you. I kept up the contact because I saw that I really helped you and that you wanted my help. Often enough with tears in your eyes, very gradually I began to see that you were willing to take my help, but incapable of defending it. I did defend it and fought hard for you in your stead. Then came your came you fathers and smashed my work. You remained silent and followed them. Now I kept up the contact in order to learn how one could help you without perishing, either as your furtherer or your victim. The little man in me wanted to win you, to save you. He wanted to be regarded by you with the same reverence which you have for higher mathematics, because you have not the faintest idea what it is all about. The less you understand, the more ready you are to give reverence. You know Hitler, but than Nietzsche, Napoleon, better than Pestalozzi. A king means more to you than a Sigmund Freud. The little man in me would like to win you as it is commonly done. With the means of the further, I become afraid of you when it is the little man in me who would lead you to freedom. You might discover yourself in me and me in you, might get scared and kill you in me. For this reason, I have ceased to be willing to die for your freedom to be anybody's slave. I know you cannot understand what I just said. Free, free to be anybody's slave is not a simple matter. In order no longer to be the slaves of one individual master, in order to become anybody's slave, one first has to eliminate this one individual oppressor, say the Tsar. This political murder one cannot commit without having high ideals of freedom. and revolutionary motives. One then found a revolutionary freedom party under the leadership of the truly great men, say Jesus, Marx, Lincoln, or Lenin. The truly great man takes your freedom deadly seriously. In order to establish it in a practical way, he has to surround himself with many little men, helpers and errand boys, because he cannot do the gigantic job by himself. Furthermore, you would not understand him and would let him fall by the wayside. If he had not surrendered himself with little great persons, surrounded by many little great persons, he conquers. He conquers power for you, or a piece of truth, or a new, better belief. He writes gospels, freedom laws, etc. Thank you, friends, for your patience. You have listened this, and we will continue on next day. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye. Namaste.